Hangout on the air is live. Let's let them get into the room here and start filtering in. Give them a
It's
couple
nice to meet you.
seconds.
I'm looking forward to some time we get to meet face to face.
Yeah, I would like that. I'm hoping next year to hopefully speak at the Chicago event.
That would be great, John. It really is a great event.
A lot of them there, Chris Green, and a lot of them that go there. So
And it's a real
very
cross-channel. It's a real cross-channel event, which is great. I actually applied to speak at SCOE in Philly next year, so we'll see if I get into them.
Yeah, I spoke at SCO in out in Seattle, Washington last year.
How was
So
that? How did you like it?
I liked it. I think it was different than some of the events I spoke at, and some of the rooms. The way they had it set up wasn't the greatest because you had to go upstairs, downstairs, all around to get to these events, and it just made it not the most convenient thing for a lot of people to be able to speak. So speaking there was great. I mean, I talked about wholesale and talked about the things that I've done in my history and my background and story, and got a lot of response from that. But the setup and the way it was laid out, I would prefer it be laid out on maybe 1 or 2 floors, not going up elevators, down elevators, around corners, and
Totally agree. You got to make it easy for people.
making it real inconvenient for people. And if you wanted to meet the vendors, all the events were way away from the vendors, so you had to actually go out of your way to meet the vendors in Seattle. So it was kind of one of those things that was like, all right, this is the way it is. You deal with it, and you just do what you got to do. But after the event, being out in the hallways at Seattle and SCO, and you know this as well as I do, you make most of your connections are made networking after those things when you're out in the hallways and you're doing the late night time, sitting there on the sofas in the lounge, and that's where I made a lot of my connections. And I think a lot of people don't realize that these events are great to go to and the speakers are great, but most of your connections that you're ever going to make are going to be right in that audience.
It's totally true, John. The schmoozing.
Exactly what you need to do. So we're going to get started here. We're live. Looks like we got quite a few people in here. Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of ProSeller Talk. My guest today is Kathy Terrill. Kathy Terrill just got back from Ecom Chicago, and Kathy has something she wants to share with you that she met what she calls, and I'm not going to argue with her, the queen of Facebook. So let's welcome Kathy, and she prepared something for you guys tonight, and I'm real excited to have you here. Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good, John. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
So you want me just to jump? Do you want to talk back and forth a little bit, or should I just jump in and do the presentation?
Why don't you tell them a little bit about you for the ones that probably don't know who you are, maybe a little bit about your background and how you come about to what you're doing now, because it's really exciting. I love your story.
Absolutely. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kathy Terrill. I'm a New York City professional actress. I've worked on soap operas, All My Children, One Life to Live. I have a small part in the film Trading Places. If you look, you can find me. I'm at the very end as a stock trader yelling, sell, sell, sell. I was also on Law & Order Special Victims Unit. I did off-Broadway. I've done regional theater. I've done voiceovers. And what happened for me in my career was in my early 40s, my mother got very ill. And I'm the only East Coast relative. All the rest of my family's on the West Coast. And I, at the time, was on QVC. I was an on-air product presenter for over 6 years. And what was happening was my mother was going in and out of the hospital a lot. And I was constantly on the train, Amtrak, or I'd be in the studio, and I'm getting calls, that I need to be at the hospital. And I'm married, and I said to my husband, it's like, this isn't working. I really need to take care of Mom. I need to not be in studios and not be on trains. I need to find something where I can be at home so that when Mom needs me, I can just scoot and go to the hospital and take care of her. So he said, great. So I came home, and I started to look around for something locally with a lot of flexibility, which is very hard to get. And I was actually just downsizing some things in my home. This is my New York City apartment. And a friend of mine was actually selling my stuff on eBay for me, and then he said he didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, uh-oh. So my sister was a casual seller. She taught me. I started selling on eBay, and I really liked it. It gave me the income and the flexibility I needed, and my business grew and grew and grew and grew. So what happened to me was I sort of fell into eBay, and then I got serious about it. So I landed in Facebook. I landed in a bunch of Facebook groups and started to learn from different people. I started to attend webinars and seminars. And what I was telling John was, I've always been in retail. I've been in retail since my 20s. For me, it was a survival job while I was working as an actress. And then I was on QVC. And when you do QVC, they put you through a very extensive training. And it's all about retail. It's all about sales. So what I realized was, my gosh, I do know a lot about retail because I've been doing it all along, but I always thought of it as an acting job. I never thought of it as retail, as selling. And when I started to take all that information that I had learned from some really top people and then translate it for online selling, and some of you may already do this, but what I found, and I presented at eBay Radio, gosh, I think it was like 3 years ago, and my presentation, Lee Mirabelle asked me to present, was all about how to use information from brick and mortar retail for online retail. I think a lot of times as online retailers, we forget that there's an awful lot of information that you can gather from walking into a brick and mortar store and looking at brick and mortar retailers and taking that information as far as spotting trends, the way they're doing displays, what items are hot items, how to take that information and then translate it and use it for a viable online business. And that's something that I'm very good at just because I've been in retail for so long. I'm still in retail. I actually have a contract with a large firm that I do some merchandising and display work for here in the city. So that's what I started doing. And then what I also found was a lot of online retailers don't really understand social media. They use social media, they use it as selling media because we're sellers. So we're like selling, and we forget to engage. We forget to have a conversation. We forget to be social. It's social media. It's not selling media. And so to learn how to do that better, to sell more, I started to take a lot of online seminars and webinars and found some people that are really, really tops in their industry that were willing to take me on. One of them being Mari Smith, who is called the Queen of Facebook. Facebook has actually hired her to teach people about Facebook and about Facebook ads. And I was very honored. She was in the city yesterday, New York City, for a big virtual webinar. And I was an invited guest. So I got to attend this live event and meet her and several other very large social media influencers. And I got one-on-one time with her to talk about Facebook ads and two of the other influencers. So that's me. I'm always jumping in. I'm always taking webinars and classes. I'm always doing my best to network and learn, and then take that information and translate it for online sellers. Mari really teaches for corporations. She works with very large multi-million-dollar corporations. So what I like to do is to listen to her and other people and go, okay, how can we use these as Amazon sellers? I spoke about Facebook at Ecom Chicago. How can I use this as an Amazon seller? How can I use this with my own website? How can I use this as an eBay seller, as a Walmart seller, as a Sears seller? And then giving people ideas, because everybody's business is different. But particularly Facebook is a great way for sellers to be able to stand out in their niche and to stand out on their platform, and also to drive traffic to where you want it to go. Because I see a lot of sellers completely rely on the selling platform that they're on, and they're not taking enough initiative to drive traffic to their listings. And Facebook can really help you with that. And then you sell more. So do you want me just to jump in? I've got some slides to go over some stuff.
That's absolutely 100% true. And I preach that all the time to them, is that basically, don't put your eggs all in one basket. A lot of them think Amazon. But what you're talking about with the Facebook ads, what's great about that is you can drive them to your own website. You don't even have to be driving them to Amazon. So you want to be looking outside the box, especially, and I'm sure you're aware of this, with Amazon's new restrictions and Amazon cut off new sellers coming in till December 19th.
Yeah.
Amazon seems to always be the player that at the last minute in fourth quarter wants to disrupt everything and put everybody in a panic mode. And they really don't care about it. It's their sandbox, and you just got to play by their rules. So hopefully we're getting the message out this fourth quarter that you really do need to look at alternatives besides Amazon. Don't give up Amazon, but you need to have alternatives, because I ask this question all the time. If Amazon suspended you and didn't let you back in financially, and most
It's a
people,
good point. The other thing with Amazon is that if you're a private label seller or if you're a bundler, because I know we have a lot of different sellers listening, if you own ASIN, you're the only seller on it, it's yours, that is a great listing or ASIN. And same thing on eBay. If you've got a unique bundle, if you're on Etsy with a unique bundle, if you're on your own website with a really great gift package idea for the holidays, that is the perfect listing to be on your Facebook business page. Then you're going to use a lot of social posts to engage with people, and then that listing that you put on your Facebook business page, that's the one that you're going to want to boost, and that's the one you're going to want to target with some good Facebook ads. Because if you own that listing on Amazon, if you're the only one, you want to drive traffic to it because you want it to sell.
yeah, absolutely, 100% agree with that, especially like private label. But even that on Amazon, and what happens with Amazon, because we have a lot of private label product that we do, lets those Chinese companies come on and jump
I
on your
know.
listing.
I know.
It takes a while for you to get them off. And, you know, when you're dealing with Amazon, and folks need to know that everyday people and Amazon, you're going to get one answer, you're going to get a different answer if you call somebody else, and you're not going to get the answer. And the thing about it, Amazon really is in no rush, even in the fourth quarter, to find out if your item is the legitimate one and theirs is fake.
Yeah.
They take their sweet time about it. So you really got to you know, pay attention to that and look at other platforms and just use Amazon as a platform, but like a launching platform. I just wanted to.
But if you do have a listing where you're the only one, no matter what platform you're on, for whatever amount of time you manage to pull that off till somebody else jumps on your listing, it is the perfect listing. And also for my Amazon merch people that are knocking their t-shirts out, it's great to use good keywords. You also want to drive traffic to the item, and a Facebook business page targeted to that consumer is a great way to do that, because there's over 1 billion active users daily on Facebook. I mean, it's huge. And as anybody knows who's on Facebook, Facebook works very hard to keep you on Facebook, to keep you engaged on Facebook. So they want sellers that are savvy with social media, that are not just bombarding people with product. They don't want that. What they want people are you're very social and you're engaging, and then, oh, by the way, I'm selling you this. That's the kind of post they want, and they'll help you push that out. When you just sell, your stuff is going to go down. You're not going to get a good reach.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to give a shout out to James, because I think it's kind of cool what social media and what the internet has done over the last 10 to 12 years. It's amazing. But we've got James on here. He's all the way from Zimbabwe.
Cool.
That's kind of cool.
And that's the other thing with social media. You can be anywhere. You can be Zimbabwe. You can be UK. You can be Canada. You can be Australia. You can be France. I mean, I run a couple of large Facebook groups, and we're global, and it's great. I mean, we have sellers all around the world. I'm sure you with your clients, the same thing, John. And that's the great thing with social media is it's not about where you are. It's about speaking to your consumer where they are and knowing who they are, what they like, and then putting out content that's going to engage them, so then you can bring them in and show them what you're offering. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world.
Absolutely. That's the wonderful thing about the internet. And the other thing that I found with this, the beauty of this, is that it really doesn't, your education level with the internet is as it used to be. You know, now you can sell this whether you've got a high school education or a college education. I mean, it just blows my mind how many people I know personally, figures and seven figures, that don't even have a college education. I mean, it just, so the internet has really opened it up for a lot of people. And guys, the one thing that the internet's done is it's just beginning to touch the surface. We're not even we're not even like, this is like baby steps still. If you're getting in now, you're getting in at a great time, because they are the player right now. There'll be others. There'll be others that are going to come on. Other people
It's
are going
so true. And also with the social media, Mari Smith, and if you Google her, it's Mari and then Smith. And she's a Forbes top influencer in social media, which is why she's worth paying attention to. And she's getting inside information from Facebook too, which is great. She said that Facebook said that literally they're at 1% of what they're intending for Facebook. So if you look at their reach, and if you look at how they're expanding and what they're offering, I mean, just something like Facebook Marketplace just started the past couple of months. And Facebook Live Video has now rolled out to everybody. It's not just celebrities. I mean, they are just continuing to grow and expand. And it's all about engagement. It's all about being part of your life. And it's all about keeping you on Facebook, which as a seller, what I've got to look at is how can I become a part of this so that I can reach my customers and potential customers and be engaging with them, and then very artfully and socially directing them to my product. And a lot of sellers don't do it. They're either blowing Facebook completely off, they're using their personal pages for selling, which is a big no-no on Facebook, or they're just bombarding people. Twitter, you can get away with bombarding people, because on Twitter, the life of a tweet is about 40 seconds. So you can spam people or just sell on Twitter and get away with it up to a point. Facebook, very much no, because people are, you got to think about it. Most people are on mobile, by the way, when they're on Facebook. So people are scrolling through their feed, and if they just see product, or sell, buy my thing, buy my thing, buy my thing, unless it's like an iPhone for $100, they just go right by it. I mean, they just are not interested. So it's being able to put out your product in a way that's social, a way that's engaging, and in a way that's interesting, so that they're going to stop and look at it, which is what you're after, and then click it and drive them where you want, either to Amazon, eBay, Etsy, your own website, whatever you want, so that you're able to engage with them. But I did want to mention just quickly before I do my thing is, because I know we have a lot of wholesalers on the line, is if you guys haven't checked out Facebook Marketplace, particularly if you've got a situation where you need to dump some product, and of course we're talking legitimate product, not anything else. But let's say, for instance, all of a sudden you can't sell it on eBay, or you can't sell it on Amazon for some reason, and you don't want to take it over to your local website, or you don't want to just dump it locally, is don't forget about Facebook Marketplace. It just started. It's basically like Craigslist. There's no listing fee on Marketplace, none, zero. The way you do payment is completely up to you, so you can work it out with your buyers. Right now, the way it's set up, it's supposed to be local. It's supposed to be within a 100-mile radius of where you are. But if you're in an area like I'm New York City, if you're in a metro area like you're Atlanta, you're Chicago, you're San Francisco, you're LA, something like that, and you've got maybe things that you can throw into lots, even if you've got a pallet that you want to sell, it's costing you nothing. I would absolutely put it on Facebook Marketplace and see if you get any nibbles. You only get one picture, so you better make it good. You do your description, you put it up. We all know how to do keywords. We're sellers. And check it out, because let me tell you, Facebook is pushing it. If you're on mobile, there's a little icon. It looks like a little door, and that's Marketplace. And as things get listed, you start to get little notifications. So they're not making any money off it yet. I'm sure they're going to, figure that one out pretty fast. But that, I was thinking about it. I said, you know what? If you're a local business, or if you're in a good metro area and you've got some merchandise to move, or something you need to dump, or just something that's not selling, and you just need to get it out, you want to get some cash fast, I would absolutely put it on Marketplace and see what happens. I mean, it can't hurt you, and there's no listing fees. It does go out onto your personal profile. So take a look at your personal profile on Facebook and just make sure it looks, how do I say this? You want to look like, if I look at your personal profile, that I'll go, yeah, I'd like to shop with this person. Yes. Some people can get pretty colorful on their personal pages, which is fine. I'm not trying to suppress anybody. But just take a look at it so that you look, like, hey, I want to come over and, buy a pallet off this person. Because they don't let you use a business page yet on Marketplace. It is all done through your personal profile. But I thought about that, John. It's a great way if you just want to all of a sudden just move a bunch of merchandise.
It's funny what you said about Facebook personal pages, because the other thing that I can tell you that happens a lot now is that you better watch what you post on your personal marketplace, is because guess what? Employers look at those now too. So if you're applying for a job, they might check you out on Facebook and see what kind of person you are. I see that all the time. But without further ado, we're going to get into Kathy's
Let me jump in.
She's got a presentation for you guys that she's prepared. We want to make sure we get that. We've got questions here, but we're going to hold on to questions until Kathy gets her presentation done.
I'll get through this because we've covered a lot of it already, you guys, so I'll flip through this pretty fast. Now, John, just because you can tell I'm not the best at this, so I should hit screen share. Okay. And let me actually, hang on a second. Oh, okay, hang on a second. Acting I can do, so screen share. I'm screen sharing. So John, tell me what you see. You see me?
Right now I don't see anything.
Okay, so let's screen share.
Now I see your screen.
Okay, good. Do you see this? What's so important about Facebook?
Yeah, clear as day.
Okay, good, you guys. So I'm going to flip right through this. This is about me, and I've already told you about me. Okay, just to get you going on Facebook, we've got over 1.09 billion active daily users, and that's as of April 2016. There's over 70 languages available to users on Facebook. So if your consumer is not English speaking, they're on Facebook. This is a fun one. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, Americans on average spend how many minutes daily doing sports or exercise? And the answer is 17 minutes. Do you love that?
Yeah.
Average amount of time a user is on Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger is 50 minutes. So we spend more than double the amount of time on Facebook than we do exercising. The average daily time on Facebook by users in 2016 is up by how many minutes from 2014? It's actually increased in the past 2 years.
15.
10, 15, or 20. You're going to guess 15? Good.
I'll say 15.
It's actually up 10.
It will be 15.
It will be 20 soon, too. Flat out, I mean, as sellers is, you've got 1.09 billion people that are active daily users, okay? Now, a Facebook fan business page gives your online business, because that's what we're interested in, access to these Facebook users, and that's what you want, you guys. Now, a lot of us are on Facebook socially. We may even be in seller groups, and I think oftentimes because we're in seller groups or because we're so social, we forget about that over 1 billion active daily users, and that your business page is a way to interact with them. Your business page is not your personal page. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't express who you are and share who you are on your business page. You'll hear a lot in seminars and webinars if you follow social media people, and if you follow e-commerce people, they talk about authenticity. And this means being truly who you are. You don't want to be fake or phony or hypocritical. But your business page is a business page. It's not a personal page. So when you first create an account on Facebook, that's a personal page. It is not intended for you to post product after product after product. Facebook is extremely clear about this, by the way. It's actually in Facebook's guidelines. It's under account security for number 4. So you don't want to jeopardize your Facebook account by misusing your personal page. You can actually end up in Facebook jail. So you don't want that to happen to you and be suspended from Facebook for a while. Now, some people think because they have a personal page, they have no idea that that's not a business page. And it's not. It's your personal page. And Facebook gives you business pages. And get this, you can have as many as you want. So you can absolutely occasionally mention your business on your personal page. There's even an entry on your personal page for your work. So you could put a you could put a URL in there. You could put the name of your business in there, anything you want. So feel free to do that on your personal page. And if you're not, do it, because oftentimes friends or people want to know what your business is. So that's where you put it. Once you have a personal page, you can add as many business pages as you want. You just click the tab that says Add Page. As soon as you do that, Facebook wants to know what category your business is, and you'll get 6 choices. Now, if you're a local business, and this actually came up at Ecom Chicago, because Rich and Nyla are a local business, and so are Mark and Robin, so that's Bubble Fast and Appealing Signs. If you have a physical brick and mortar address and you want people to know about it, you conduct local business, make sure you pick number 1, because it will actually show up in searches that way. And people that are looking for local business will find you. If you don't, they won't. Most online businesses are number 2, which is company, organization, or institution. And when you pick that, you'll get a drop-down menu where you can further specify what you sell. If you're a brand or product, you want number 3. If you're an artist, band, or public figure, you're number 4. Now, if you've got a TV show or a podcast, because some e-commerce folks have a podcast, number 5 can work for you. If you're solely a nonprofit, I've got a very good friend who runs a nonprofit for a food bank in Atlanta. All of the money from her business goes to the nonprofit, so she would be in number 6. Then you're going to add your profile picture, that's the avatar. And there are 2 schools of thought on this. Now, the school A, you get to hear New York City in the background, says shoppers like to shop with people. So they're going to say that you should use your profile picture. There's another school that says absolutely not, you should always use your logo. I have seen both used very successfully. Pick what you think is best for you. And if you change your mind, you can totally change it and edit it at some future point. So don't go nuts with this, just make a choice. But what I would suggest is once you choose your avatar is you want it to be the same on all channels. So if whatever you're using for your profile picture on Facebook, you want it to be the same on Twitter so that people recognize you. It goes to branding. Then you're going to upload your Facebook. Yeah, because if you see one thing on Facebook, another thing on Twitter, it can get confusing. And you want it that people can easily recognize you. And then the same thing, too, with your website. So whatever your website looks like should be what your Twitter looks like, should be what your Facebook looks like. And this is a big place where that branding shows up is your Facebook cover, and that's the big picture on Facebook. It's very key for the overall feel and branding of your page. You can put text in your header. A lot of people don't know that. You can do a lot of things with your header. So you could put, if you're running a sale, if this is for your website, you can put that in your header. You can change your header. You do want continuity. You do want your header to look similar to how you look again on Twitter. And if you've got a website, you want it to look similar, okay? And think about what kind of business you have. Are you more upscale? Are you beauty supplies? Are you discount? Are you clothing? Are you upscale clothing? Are you more affordable clothing, like more of a Target? And think about that when you're picking your color, your headers, your overall look. Then your page is set up. Now this is the fun part where you get to go after, and because you want followers. Before you want followers, you want to post something because nobody wants to come to an empty page. People love to hear good morning. If you go around and if you look at the big brands, you'll see this a lot. You can take a picture of your breakfast. You can take a picture of a coffee mug. Look at what you sell. Is there anything that's appropriate for a morning greeting? A mug, a shirt? Do you have a creamer? Do you have houseware? Something that you could tie into morning. Upload your picture. Put a link into the product. Wish your followers a great day. And you've posted it. And it's social and it's a soft sell. I said it before, social media is social. You don't want to just say buy my stuff. You want to think about who your customers are. And a lot of us are big variety sellers. So think within the variety. Who are these people? What kind of films do they like? Do they like the films that are just coming out? Do they like more of the classics? What TV shows do they like? What music? What holidays? What events? Are they really into sports? We've got the World Series going on right now. If you've got sports people following you, if you're selling a lot of sports merchandise, you should be posting about the World Series. Recipes and foods are always popular. I've got a blog post up on my website right now about that. I love to be selling.com. And in the blog post, I give you 6 sources for really good food content. So post on that. People love to look at food. They love to read about food. People do not want to read endless sales pitches. They will run from your page. They will not like it. They will not like your content. You want to create your own great content. And if you're not up to that, if you're just starting and you're like, Kathy, that's way too much work, go on other people's Facebook pages. So you could go on Martha Stewart and grab some food recipes. You could go on the Chicago Cubs page, and whatever they're sharing about the World Series, just click the share button and bring it over to your page. The more you're able to generate your own content and put your logo on it, the more that's going to help you. But start where you are and get posting. Again, post things that people want to read, and that's going to include non-product posts. And then you put up a sale post, but you do it in a very social way. Now, once you have posts up, hang on, because I'm a block from a firehouse.
You know, Kathy, what you're talking,
Uh-huh.
that last thing that you just talked about there, I have moderators that work with me, and we constantly are talking about what to post and stuff like that. So what you just went over about, you know, just giving valuable information and going to other groups and finding things that people, you know, just that you can post on the air that is valuable and giving just that content out there. This is what I teach my moderators, is this is the kind of stuff that if people want information, people want to also feel that you care about them and that you're looking for stuff that is actually going to help them or enlighten them to make them have a better day.
Exactly. And you know, the thing is, John, I do care about my customers. I'm very grateful that they shop with me. I really am. Because of them, I'm able to have a home business and have a flexible schedule, better quality life with my family. I work really hard to find great products that I think people will really like. So you think about, like, for your Facebook page, it's fall. You could I walk around New York City and take pictures. Like today, I took a picture of harvest pumpkins. That went up on my Instagram account. Tomorrow, that'll go on my Facebook page. And you go, well, what on earth do, you know, pumpkins have to do with whatever you're selling, Kathy? It's not. It's seasonal. People like to look at pumpkins. You know, in your neighborhood, is somebody's house decorated really interestingly? You know, when people are out in costumes, is there a fun costume? Now, one word of warning on something like that is I do not take pictures of children, just to be respectful of people's kids. But when I'm out and about, you know, a fun building, you're making your dinner, you're making a delicious recipe. I took a picture of some vegetable soup I made the other day and posted. The thing is to be authentic and be who you are and be social. Again, sharing the sports scores. You could share a picture of a bowl of popcorn that you just popped because you're getting ready to watch the game. And then, so you go, okay, you know, what are you selling that you could relate to that? Are you selling housewares? So then after the popcorn post, maybe a couple hours later, you go, hey, you know, if you're looking for something great to put that popcorn in for the game, or you're getting ready for the game tomorrow, I've got this great set of bowls that could work for you. Or, you know, it's really getting chilly out. You know, when you see pumpkins, you know it's starting to get chilly out. I've got these great sweaters to help keep you warm, or this hat to keep you warm, or these mittens to help keep you warm. Think about how you can tie your products to what's going on seasonally or topically in the world, and then tie them in. Once you've got your posts up, you have actually three choices to do with it. One is you'll just go to organic reach. And that's just, you know, whatever amount that Facebook feeds to the people, that's how much you're going to get. A reach is how many people that it reaches. And when you have a Facebook business page, it'll show underneath the post what the reach of the post is. Now, you can boost that post for $5 a day, which means more people will get to see it, and you'll pay for that. What I recommend, and Mari Smith was, she basically, when you boost a post, it boosts to the people that have liked your page. That's pretty much all who it goes to. Facebook may push it out a little further if people are really interacting with the post and liking it and commenting on it. But a much better way for businesses is to do a Facebook ad or to boost the post, but you want to boost it through Ads Manager, which is free and it's part of your Facebook business page. And you can boost through Ads Manager also for as little as $5 a day. And the reason you want to do it through Ads Manager versus just click it and boost it is you can target your audience. So if I'm selling, let's say, women's sweaters, and I'm putting up pictures of pumpkins, and then I put up a nice picture of my sweater, and I'm going to boost my sweater, I think about, okay, what women, what age group would be wearing this sweater? Women in their 20s, yes or no? 30s, 40s, 50s. Then I can boost to, do I want to do just English speaking, or do I want to do everybody? If I want to do English speaking, is it US, UK, Australia? I mean, they'll give you countries. Get this, you can even drill down further. I could then target people that watch certain TV shows, people that have certain interests. So you can get your group as tight as you want or as broad as you want, and then you boost it. Then you watch the results. So if you find you've gone too broad and maybe you need to tighten it up a bit, you go, oh, okay. And you can go in, and then your next time you're going to be boosting a post, you're going to do a tighter audience. All of this is in your Facebook analytics, so you can track the results of your boosts, the results of your audience. When you create an audience, you can save it if you find one that's really good, and then you can reuse it. And this is Ads Manager. On your personal page, just to let you know, in case you're posting products on your personal page, you cannot boost a post on your personal page, and you cannot run a Facebook ad on your personal page. You can only run it from your business page. And if you go to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and look for free tips, just click it. I've got some free tips for you on optimizing your Facebook business page. Now, one way to increase your reach on Facebook for free on your business page is Facebook Live. And Mari, it's actually interesting, Mari talked a lot about this yesterday. Facebook is right now really, really pushing video, and organic video, not you uploading from YouTube, you going live on Facebook. And you can live stream from your Facebook business page. Once you've done live streaming, the video is actually saved to your business page. Facebook will not only accelerate and increase the organic traffic while you're live, they will also increase the organic traffic afterwards, okay? Now, you can show off one of your items. If you don't own your items, maybe it's time to buy some of your items and get them in the house. You want to wear them, you want to show them off. This goes for your private label sellers, my eBay sellers, my Amazon sellers. You can demonstrate your product. You could do a how-to with your product. You could do a how to take care of your product. Right now on Facebook, you can go as long as 90 minutes. That's a lot. I'd suggest more like you start under 10 minutes. And as you get better, you can go longer. But for the most part, people don't really want to listen to you more than 5 or 10 minutes unless you've really got a lot to say or it's awfully interesting. I find short and sweet is the best. And what's great is if your normal reach on your Facebook business page is maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, I know people with Facebook videos that are getting organic reach of over 1,000. I mean, and it keeps going because your video stays on your page. So you can go back and look at your video in a couple of weeks, and it's going to have more and more and more views. So get your products, and if you hate the video, you can delete it. You can also do a private video, so you can practice on Facebook. So, you know, have your product, have your shirt, have your dress, have whatever the item is, and when you go live, you can mark the audience private and practice and see how it looks. Then when you're ready, you'll do the same thing all over again, but you'll mark it public and you'll go live. Okay? So, you want a Facebook
I use
business.
that.
Say that again, John?
I use that. I do Facebook Live in my groups, and I love it. And like you said, mock it private. Oh, no. I want to make it real. I like making mistakes. I like making those errors. And I love people to know that I'm real. I think there's too much stuff out there that is scripted.
I totally agree.
That people can only see, and I mean, as far as in print, I think when Facebook Live came on board, the same as Webinar Jam and these type of places, I think this is the wave of the future. If you want to be online and you want to have credibility and you want to help people and you want to be sincere, people can see who you are, put a face to it, and see that you are sincere. You're going to have people that are going to follow you and going to want to follow you because they know that you're in it to help them. So I think it's a huge step. It's a huge step for Facebook Live.
And I'm telling you, it's such, right now they're giving it away for free. I mean, Facebook is giving you organic reach for free. And I mean, it's not just like, a little bit more. I mean, it's double, triple, quadruple, 10 times the reach. Again, it's going to depend on how much people are engaging with it. If they see people are clicking and liking it, let me tell you, they push it, push it, push it, because Facebook wants people to spend more time on Facebook. If your video is helping people to spend more time on Facebook, Facebook is rewarding your video by pushing it out to more people right now. I'm telling you, for fourth quarter, this is huge. It's like, put that hat on your head and go live. Put the sweater on, go live. Stand there with your mug. Stand there with your beautiful plates, your glassware, whatever. You know, set the table. Set your table in your dining room with what you're selling, and then go live. It's like they're giving it to us. And this is fourth quarter, and there's over 1 billion active daily users. My free tips are going to help you. You want to make sure to coordinate your graphics. You're going to be social engaging. Boosting is cheap. You can do it as little as $5 a day. Okay? And this is where I am. My website, I've got a YouTube site that's loaded with YouTubes, Pinterest, Google+, Twitter, Facebook, me, yay, LinkedIn, and these are the Facebook groups that I'm running right now, which is online sales, which is my cross-channel sellers, eBay stores, and eBay selling basics. And let me get out of this, and we can do questions.
I'm telling you that I predicted a year from now that you're going to see so many Facebook videos out there, and if you're not doing them, and you have a group, you're going to lose members, you're going to lose followers, because people are going to say, you know, why aren't you putting yourself out there and letting us see who you are and seeing that you're real and not just a Facebook page that's made up? Well, I think it's a game changer, because it's going to make people.
I totally agree. Now, just to make sure I'm doing this right, now I closed my screen. Are they seeing John? Are they seeing me? What are we seeing?
They see you now.
Okay, cool. I think the big thing with Facebook is to jump in. If you have a Facebook business page, you need to optimize it. We're into the holidays now. Get a nice holiday header up there. If you're busy, I totally get it. 1 or 2 posts a day. If you can do more, great. If you are a huge seller with nice VAs and assistants, get somebody on this, because this is a great way to get traffic. But you need to train them. Grab my free tips. Give them my free tips. You need to train them how to be social, because most sellers sell endlessly, and they're not being social, and they're not being engaging, and they're not being interesting. Go look at the big brands. Look at Budweiser. Look at Macy's. Whatever big brand is near to your whatever you're selling. Look at Target. They are not selling 24/7. They've got recipes, and they've got pumpkins, and they've got Halloween ideas, and they've got pictures of their employees, and they've got pictures of their products that are being shipped out. So you really want to mix it up so that you're interesting.
I guess the one thing you're talking about with the header, and there may be some people on here that I don't know how advanced they are or not, but those on Facebook that don't know, do you have some tips or places where they can change the header? 'Cause I heard you say the header, changing the header, and also going in and writing text in the header. A lot of people may not know how to do that. We may have some untech savvy people on here.
The easiest thing for header, one is hire somebody. Go on Fiverr, go on Upwork. It's cheap. Get somebody, and you can even hire somebody. I use Kathy Keefe. She's sassysavings.com. She's very affordable, but if not, go on Fiverr, go on Upwork. I really encourage people to do seasonal headers because they're fun. So right now you should have a Halloween header up. After Halloween, Horn of Plenty, something Thanksgiving-y. And then after that, go into Christmas. If you want to skip Thanksgiving and just go right to Christmas, again, I do my normal header, and I have myself with a wreath in my hand, and I've got a holiday ornament hanging. You can do, Christmas tree. You can do trees with snow, ornaments. I've got one friend where she's in the South, so her header's all palm trees, and she just hangs Christmas ornaments off her palm trees. So you don't need to completely change your header. Just make it a little holiday festive. People like it. It's like going into the stores. You like to see the holiday decorations. You like to see the change of seasons. Also, it's an intention getter. Now, you can put text in the header. So if you're running a 24-hour sale, or let's say Black Friday weekend, you're going to do a huge blowout. So then you'd have like your nice holiday header, Black Friday, whatever percentage off. If you want to feature a product, you could put the product up in your header. It's totally up to you. Be careful with too much text. You want some text, but you don't want it to be all text, or it looks like sort of what I call Crazy Eddie's, which was like a big sales campaign here in New York City in the 70s, where this guy was just like, do you remember him? It's Crazy Eddie. His prices are insane.
He was all over the Northeast.
Oh, he was crazy. But again, so in the header, you could put, Black Friday sale, everything's 50% off, something like that. Maybe you could do a montage. Again, think artistic. You could do a montage of products, of your items that are going to be for sale. Canva, C-A-N-V-A, is free. And Google it. You'll find it. You can go on there and design. It has set templates for Facebook, Twitter, different accounts. You can do custom specifications. So if you want a specific size, they have a lot of free graphics. So you can just click on their free graphics and then just tweak it to make it your own. I use Canva a lot. I'm a huge fan of Canva. They do have some elements that are paid. They're $1 or $2. So if you find a picture you really like in their paid section, it's $1 to use it. It's $2. It's very inexpensive. So Canva's great. Fiverr, Upwork, or my friend Kathy Keefe, Sassy Savings. She's great.
Yeah, I know Kathy too. She's good. She's a real nice person.
She's great. She does all my holiday headers.
Yep. Chris wants to know if you can put the link up to the tips again.
Oh, go on my website, you guys. It's www.ILOVE2, spelled out T-O-B-B-E. Actually, it's my shirt. Love to be selling.com. Chris, when you land there, you'll see I've got toggles for different things that I do. And you'll see a toggle for free tips. And just click it. And then you'll see the Facebook tips and just grab them. I do a newsletter too, so when you're there, hop on my newsletter, because I do an e-commerce tip every week that I don't post anywhere else, but just for my newsletter people. So absolutely jump on that and sign up for that. So, any specific questions, you guys? Are you guys using your Facebook business pages? Are you posting? Are you running any Facebook ads? Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm looking for that. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to ask my question, and my question would be, having that you're going through this, what would be the one thing that you could give somebody that would cut down on their learning curve with Facebook?
When you post, every couple of days, check your analytics and see which posts are getting the most engagement. Engagement means the most people are looking at them and interacting. Is it your good morning post? Other good posts to do are inspirational posts. Just, have a great week, or isn't it great? Actually, you can just Google inspirational quotes and find things that people like. I've got one on my product page for where I sell that says, don't let walls confine you. And I have a picture of New York City skyscrapers. That gets great engagement. People love that. Things that uplift people. So my inspiration posts get a lot of hits. Good morning posts get a lot of hits. So you'll look. It's like, are your recipes getting hits? Are your sports getting hits? Some people post pictures of their pets because people love to look at pictures of dogs and cats on Facebook. And you'll see what's getting hits. It could be your product. It could be, wow, people love to look at Kathy's red sweater. So then when I look at my analytics, I go, aha, my people like red sweater and they like food. So then I go, aha, now I know that's what they like. So make sure then every day I'm posting food. And boy, they really like sweaters. So let's put some more sweaters up. So look, but you have to give it a couple of days because you have to let people look at what you're putting up. And then give them more. It's just like selling, right? If lamps are selling and tables aren't selling, then what does that tell me? I need to sell more lamps. I need to source more lamps. So then I get more lamps and I get rid of the tables.
Yeah, it's the old saying that your audience is going to tell you what they want.
Totally. And watch. Not only that is, and then while you're doing all of that, find a brand that's very similar to you, but a big brand, okay? And follow them and watch what they do. It's not going to hurt you to copy them. I don't mean take it exactly. Budweiser is a great one, okay? They're selling beer. What else do they do? They've got horses. They've got Clydesdales with a vintage truck, and people love the Clydesdales. They put up pictures of baby Clydesdales, of the mommy Clydesdales, and people go crazy over the Clydesdales. Clydesdales have nothing to do with beer. I mean, absolutely nothing. People love it. Why? Because it makes you feel warm, it's fun, it's enjoyable. And then what does that say about Budweiser? They're caring, they're a caring company. They care about entertaining me, making me feel good. And so then you learn from that.
It. I mean, Clydesdales, they've taken branded that big time. Everybody, they're known for it. They're known for it.
You think Budweiser. So that's the thing. It could be your pets. You go, okay, I sell no pet products, Kathy. Why should I be posting pets? You want to know why? Because a lot of Americans have pets. So when you put up a picture of your dog or your cat doing whatever, you know, the cats, they're lying there, you know, they're on your printer or whatever. You're taking a picture of your dog, you know, you're out taking your dog for a walk. Video, take your phone with you. Take a video of your dog as they're walking, you know, playing through the leaves or whatever. The squirrel in the backyard playing with the leaves. People love it. And then a couple hours later, you put your sweater up, your hat up, your table up, your lamp up, your books, whatever.
We're going to get to a few questions. Keith says, I see you're on all social media platforms. Should we be as well?
What I suggest, because I've been at this for a while, Keith, is start on one. Don't start on all again. If you're a very large seller, if you have staff, if you have money, do all. But you better know all or have somebody on your staff that can learn all quickly. For people that don't, you want to do one, and you want to do one at a time. And my suggestion is 60 to 90 days on one. Just ignore all the rest. Ignore what everybody's telling you about everything. Just focus on one. Learn it. Do it every day. Webinars. Find the influencers for that platform. Follow them. Listen to them. You'll find some people you really like. Other people you're like, not for me. Learn it, learn it, learn it. Work it, work it, work it. Then when you're done, you're going to continue doing it, and then you're going to pick your next platform. I really recommend, because it has so many users, because it's expanding so rapidly, because it's working so hard at keeping people on Facebook, and because you can run extremely targeted Facebook ads, and because Facebook is really orienting itself to help sellers to engage with their users, because flat out, that's how Facebook makes money. I mean, you got to remember, none of us pay any money to sign on to Facebook. And this is the thing that's ingenious with Facebook too. Everything you like on Facebook, everything you interact with on Facebook, every video you watch for more than even a second, they take note of that because they want you to stay on Facebook. So if Kathy is always liking cat videos, guess what shows up in my stream? More cat videos. If I'm always liking clothes, Facebook is going to start to send me more and more clothes. So because they're able to target like that, it really helps us as sellers, because when you start to target ads, Facebook knows who likes sweaters, and they know who likes sports, and they know who likes American Idol, and they'll start to send you those people because you're targeting. So I would really encourage you to learn Facebook, set it up, learn it, post, start Googling around, grab my tips, Google around and find the book Facebook people. Mari Smith is very good to follow, MariSmith. Another big Facebook influencer that's really good is Kim Garst, Garst, are both really, really good on Facebook. Gary Vaynerchuk is also he's good for overall social media. He's also just very peppy and interesting.
Yeah.
The two biggies for Facebook right now that I see are just really putting out really good content on what to do on Facebook is Kim and Mari, and of course, sign up for my newsletter.
Yes, and you know, it's so true what you said about Facebook too, because other thing is, if you're on Amazon and you're searching for stuff, somehow Facebook knows, and it ends up on your page.
It's retargeting. eBay does it too. They're all doing it, which is when you, and I was going to say, as far as knowing every move you make, trust me, Amazon knows every move you make, and so does eBay and everybody else. It's called structured data. And those ads, when you're on Amazon and then you're on Facebook or eBay or Etsy, or trust me, it's Toys R Us, it's everywhere. They put a cookie on you, and then when you go to Facebook, they know what you've seen, and that product follows you. Because, and this is good for Amazon sellers and eBay sellers and the rest of us, is eBay's paying for that. Amazon's paying for that. Because they know that if they keep plopping that product in your feed, it encourages you to click it and go back.
Absolutely. Chris has another question. He said, should you connect your Shopify store with your page, or do people not like to see that?
It's really up to you. I see some people do it. I see some people not doing it. I would start with just a lot of social posts, and I would not connect the store, but what I would do is do product posts so they can click and go to the store. And then as you're building your audience, once you get up to a couple hundred people, then I would link the store. But you want to be careful how salesy you come across. You want to be very social and fun. Then as you build your audience, then I would add it.
And Brent has two questions here. His first one is, what about Pinterest? And his second one is, will you give some examples?
I think Pinterest is great. It's just tonight's session was on Facebook. If I was to choose between the two, I would go with Facebook. And some examples of what?
Okay, guys, these are great questions. You guys have been, Ruth, just on a personal thing, Ruth says, fun to see you outside of QVC.
Thank you.
I'm looking to see, you guys have any more questions for Kathy, or we're just going to rattle along here and talk about it ourselves. The great thing I like about, Webinar Jam and these live sessions is that they're not scripted. And I just think it makes it so real when people can see you drinking a bottle of water, or just, somebody could run behind you, or you can have a New York taxi in the background where you hear the noise.
I live a block from a firehouse, so, stuff happens.
You guys have any more questions here for Kathy?
You guys, really, you'll learn by doing. And the big thing is, like what John was saying, is you really, it's just like us as sellers. You buy something and you think, boy, this is the hottest thing since sliced bread, and you put it out there and you promote it and it dies. I mean, it's just like, oh, this just happened to me on a product. I'm like, man, I thought I nailed it. I did not nail it. Thankfully, I did not buy a ton of this product. I'm going to drop the price and get rid of it. But thankfully, there's 7 other products that I bought that are taking off, that are doing really well. So I'm like, yay. It's the same thing with Facebook. You'll think this is the greatest post, this is the cutest graphic, this is the greatest video, and it will fall flat. But you don't give up. You just go, okay, that post wasn't the greatest. Don't delete it. Leave it alone. Just your next post, and then you'll find what your people like. Is it animals? Is it food? Is it recipes? It can be you being you, just taking a picture of your breakfast or the soup that you're cooking, or, your items that just came in, a big pile of boxes, saying, oh, wow, I'm so excited to be unpacking my inventory. I can't wait to share this with you. Or your packages when they go out in the mail on a Monday or a Tuesday. When you're at a show, scouting inventory, you can take a picture of yourself, outside the hall or the Coliseum or whatever, and just say, oh, I'm so excited to be here in Vegas or wherever you are, scouting for great inventory for you. Keep track, keep looking on my page, because in like another 6 weeks or 5 weeks, I'm going to have some great stuff to put up for you. So you always want to be engaging, be social, be yourself, and also share your enthusiasm for what you're doing, because people love that.
Grant wants to know, can you talk about retargeting? He says, I haven't done ads yet, but I'm looking at it.
You can't do it, Grant. It's done. I mean, it's off of websites, and that's a whole nother thing as far as retargeting off of websites. If you're an Amazon seller or an eBay seller or an Etsy seller or any of the large platforms, they all do retargeting, and they do it for you. So it's part of what you're paying for. And what retargeting, you can Google this. So this is not, Kathy's great idea or John's brilliant idea, even though we are smart, is It's called retargeting ads. And what a retargeting ad does is when you're on the website, let's say Amazon, and you're looking at, I have my phone here, my Mophie case. So you're looking at Mophie cases, and then you go back on Facebook, all of a sudden the Mophie case is showing up in the right-hand column saying, oh, come check it out, or did you forget something, or whatever it is. And what's happening is when you were on Amazon or eBay or whatever site you're on, I'm sure Walmart does the same thing, there's a cookie. They know what you've been looking at. Kathy's looking at Mophie cases. So then Kathy comes onto Facebook. Amazon, eBay, and other sites are paying Amazon that product follows you. And they know whether you're clicking on it or not because you'll follow it, you'll click it. And they go, aha, the retargeting on that worked. But you're going to see that goes on 24/7, and that's been going on, gosh, at least a couple of years, because I see it all the time because I shop a lot. So it'll be funny. It'll be your own products. You'll be on Amazon looking at your products. You'll be on eBay looking at your products or doing a listing. Then you'll come on to Facebook because Facebook doesn't know that you're the seller of that item. And all of a sudden, your items are following you on Facebook. But that's a good thing. You want that. It lets you know, yay, Amazon's working for me, eBay's working for me, whatever platform, because they're following my shoppers with the product. What your job is as a seller is on your Facebook business page is really set it up right. And I've got 2 guides on my site to help you with that, because there's areas to really use strategic keywords, that you're really being social with your posts, because that's what's going to engage people. And jump in on this Facebook Live thing, because you're not going to get free organic reach from Facebook for very long. So especially that they're doing this at 4th quarter, this is like a seller's dream. I mean, you should be demonstrating in Facebook Living. Mari Smith recommends once a day. I haven't gotten up to that, but I'm definitely going to be ramping it up in the next couple of weeks. A lot of people are not taking advantage of this. I do not see a lot of Facebook Live, especially out of sellers. So it's a way to stand out and to do it for free. You guys, I love you. I need to go eat dinner.
One test real quick, then I'm going to let you go.
Okay.
Here's the one test I have, guys. When you watch this live webinar, and you as a seller looking for product to sell, what do you see that might be something that might be a good item to sell that is in the background of Kathy? I want to see if they know. I want to see how observant they are.
Oh, in the background? In my background? Okay.
All right. Guys, I'm going to give you one more second, then I'm going to tell you. Well, if I'm looking at it, I'm watching this video, and I'm listening to her, and I'm saying, maybe there's others like Kathy out there that like wicker or weave baskets. And I see she likes it. She has a ton of them, so that might be something I might want a private label.
My mother was nuts. It's interesting. My mother was a nut about wicker. And I actually have a wicker basket on my desk, too. Because you know why? It's warm. It's textury. I know plastic bins. I actually have some plastic bins, too, for my products. But I love wicker. So that's good. Thank you. And if you do private label, let me know. No, people love wicker. And also wicker that stacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a bunch of them. So I'm saying if you're the only one, if you like them that much, maybe there's an audience for that. And that's, again, the great thing about
those at Macy's. I got those at Macy's years ago. They've held up really well.
You know, and the great thing about targeting, Facebook ads is that you can use like merchant words and find out keywords and see if people are actually searching for those and go into those groups and find out who's talking about what. There's so many different things in so many different ways. But I'm going to let Kathy go eat her dinner. And Kathy, it's been an honor to have you on here, and it's been fun. I hope that we provided a lot of value for the audience here tonight. I certainly know that you provided the value. And the one thing I tell everybody, you can absorb information all you want, but if you don't take action on it, then it's just words and it's not action. So we ask that when you guys watch these things and you want to learn, that you take and you apply the things that Kathy's talking about. And I promise you, and Kathy does, that you will see a difference in your business lives. Thanks again,
Kathy. Have fun with it. If you only have time to do 2 posts a day, that's fine. Your focus is on sourcing and other things. As you grow your business, you'll be able to get, social media is definitely something you can delegate. I mean, it's definitely something you can train VAs. It's definitely something you can do other, but the one gentleman asked about starting. The reason I recommend Facebook first, and years ago, honestly, it would have been Pinterest, is they're expanding so fast. Zuckerberg is so on it as far as marketing and expanding and holding people on the site and monetizing it and making it seller friendly. It's like exploding for sellers. And Facebook was not seller friendly a couple years ago. I mean, not at all. It was all about, you know, we're just for people and people sharing to their friends and family. Gone, gone, gone. It's like business page, market, 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 live video. Is take advantage of this. It's $5 a day to boost a post, and you can reach hundreds of people with this, and you can target it to your specific customer. This is like crazy. It's great. You can do a video if you don't have $5 a day to boost a post.
Absolutely.
You know, get your phone out. You can even do the live videos now with your PC and just Google how to do that. This is like a no-brainer. And like what John was saying, because I don't want people to get intimidated by this, just be yourself. Wear your shirt, hold your glass, show off your wicker baskets. I mean, you don't have to be the QVC lady to do this. And the more you do it, it's like for me, I did QVC for 6 years, so I'm extremely comfortable getting on camera. I mean, I did presentations where the electricity went out. I mean, I know how to keep going when weird stuff happens. I'm sure John does because he's done these webinars for a while. Is how do you learn how to do this? You learn by doing. It's like selling. How do I learn how to source? How do I learn how to market? You do it. And then you'll make mistakes and you'll keep growing and you'll come to John for information. I'm here, you guys. Seriously, email me through my website. I'm very glad to talk to you. And you'll find people where what they're saying makes sense to you. But the big thing is test it yourself, see what results you get, and then go to people with more questions. And then you grow and grow and grow. But it was great to be. John, really, thank you so much. This was such fun.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I wish you all well and God bless. And we know that you have other places that you can be or other things you could be doing. And Kathy was a blessing for us tonight to be able to come in here and share her information because it was just a great webinar.
Good night, you guys. Listen, fourth quarter. Go, go, go.
Take care.
Good night.